said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt. I am Rachel Lindsay. This is your Bravo News version of the show. And I feel like we've been kind of playing around with Chelsea Stark-Jones is here, Chelsea Stark-Jones is not here, Rachel has a guest host. That's one of these days. Today I have a guest host. I have a guest host, but she is someone you are very familiar with, especially in the Bravo world. She's a TV host and pop culture and crime.
Yes.
True crime, I should say.
Yes.
Expert who started her career as Andy Cohen's assistant. And since then, she's become a go-to voice for all things entertainment and pop culture and true crime. You've seen her on the red carpet, on the Today Show, and just about everywhere that pop culture is happening. I am talking about none other than Daryn Carp.
Hey, Rachel.
Welcome to the show.
Did you invite me because you know I'm morally corrupt, or are you hoping to make me morally corrupt?
Just the fact that you said that lets me know exactly where I stand with you, or where we stand with you. You are morally corrupt. We love that. We love that. We want you to be
morally corrupt.
Just relax.
Embrace it.
Yes, we're in a different. You're the first guest we've had in this studio.
So
specifically.
nice.
We have this couch. We want you to be comfortable. Just kind of lose yourself. Forget the microphones. Forget the cameras.
I've been meaning to talk to you for years. We always run into each other. I have such respect for you. I love you. You're the best. So I'm happy you invited me on and we could
I'm so happy to have you here. And I think one of the fun things, this is something I didn't know when I stepped into this space of like getting a microphone and stuff, coming off Bachelorette. And then I actually went back to work. And then now in stepping into the entertainment space is everybody's rooting for everybody. I haven't had a bad experience. Like, you're fans of each other. Like, I see you and I'm like, get it, you go.
That's
like,
right.
And it's
so nice.
I don't know if that translates to everybody, but it is true.
Well,
especially
we root
for each other.
Like podcast audio world, I feel like the best way to get the word out is just like, hey, you're friends with me, come on here, and then we'll share and do that. And it's so different in television. It's just more intimate. This is much more intimate form, and people are really themselves, and you're just having a conversation.
You're just having a conversation. I think that adds to the success of it all. We're going to get into Bravo News. We're going to tap into that. But before we get into some of our Bravo icebreakers with Daryn, a word from our sponsor. This episode is presented by Too Good & Co. Creamer. So I love hot coffee, but whether you enjoy your coffee hot, cold, bold, or frothy, I gotta tell you, Too Good creamers make every sip a good one because they're made with farm fresh cream, real milk, and contain 3 grams of sugar per serving. That's 40% less than the 5 grams per serving in leading traditional coffee creamers, which makes for a rich, creamy, and delicious experience. Find Too Good creamers in the creamer aisle. I asked this question a couple of weeks ago.
I'm scared. You're grabbing the table. I'm girding my loins here, Rach.
This isn't that bad. We asked the ladies from Two Judgy Girls.
Yes.
Courtney and Mary.
Love them.
This is a pick which one.
Okay.
Would you rather get the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Morocco released or release the Salt Lake City plane footage? Wait. Here's the better question. Have you seen either one of those?
As far as I know, I have seen part.
There's no Salt Lake City.
There's no Salt Lake City. I have seen part of the Ultimate Girls Trip, not the whole thing.
Jealousy.
Honestly, I think the plane footage. But the reason I'd say the plane footage is because it's much more relevant to what's going on right now. Everything in Salt Lake City. We're in between seasons right now. And this next season, I feel like it's going to determine, is Meredith a bully? What's going on? I just feel like it can determine a lot more. And like I said to Heather Gay, I saw her maybe a couple days after that episode. I was like, no one took out their fucking phone and did anything? Like no one? And she was like, it's so weird how that happens. And I mean, if there was footage, if anyone had it, we would release it.
Yeah.
We would. We're not like hiding something to do that. We would release it.
I believe that. I'm just surprised if it was what the women were saying, and I actually do believe it was, that no passenger was recording something.
Well, that's also, I'm like, did they take up all first class? Like,
they had
so, and you know, there's like camera people around, but yeah, like, maybe they're embarrassed because they're on a plane. They don't want to do that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the type to whip out my phone necessarily.
Same.
So I sort of understand. Like if I saw someone fighting on a plane, I'm just not that type to record it.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels so intrusive, and I'm just enjoying watching it myself.
I have been dying for a moment. Not that I want my plane to be delayed
Me
or
neither.
anything, but I am
I'm
dying to see a moment.
I'm like, oh, she's getting kicked off right now. I love, those are my favorite like videos to watch because
Yes.
I'm like, people are so unhinged.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
People are on their worst behavior when they travel. But I would probably, what did two judgy girls say?
We're all on the same page. We want the Morocco
You want
footage.
Morocco. Yeah. Maybe because I know a little bit about,
Sure.
I've seen a little bit about, there's less of an itch there. It also just seems like a little dark and a little sad, whereas plain footage feels like evidence and receipts and proofs and timelines.
I think we know what happened. So like
Yeah.
in our minds, that's why we didn't say the footage for Salt Lake City, because we're like, we can pretty much put the pieces together there. Plus, we've seen some of these women act out already on camera. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay. But I think you know more than I do because you've seen it. But with Morocco, it's like we were getting women that we hadn't seen on our screens in such a long time.
Of course. And Ultimate Girls Trips
that's
for that,
That's it's like I don't want the controversy. I want the whole thing. I want to see these women together again. I loved Ultimate Girls Trip, and I just feel like
I know. And it would
It
also
ruined
put like a
something
lot
great.
of rumors and everything that swirls around and rests.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you have a blank space, people fill it in with their own conspiracy
Yeah.
theories of what
So
went
then
on.
give it to us.
Yeah.
Give it to us. I was so excited when they announced that cast.
Let me ask you this about the plane thing, though. Was it when Heather, I can't remember who first was like, oh my gosh, like they were so mean to Brittany. Did you automatically not believe Meredith? And then like with Heather, were you like, yeah, I believe that Meredith was a bully? Because for me, I was like, ooh, it's 50-50. I don't know. But when Mary Cosby said, Meredith, you were bullying, I was like, I believe it. Mary is not going to lie. Mary is a truthful, God-fearing woman. She's not lying to me right now.
Mary would never.
She doesn't care enough.
Exactly. She
to
doesn't give her
lie.
input unless it's happening.
She'd be like,
And-
I didn't see anything. She would say that.
And I think she was shocked because like she was used to be closer with Meredith and all those things. I believed it immediately.
Okay.
The disdain that Meredith has for Brittany,
It's on it.
I just knew. And the rumor that Brittany brought up was just so outrageous, even more so because there was, when she's like, well, this is how I know, it's like, girl, be quiet, have a seat, go
Yeah.
talk to that unicorn.
Yeah.
It just, I can understand Meredith being very upset. And, she said she had a drink, tired. And
Planes,
this-
worst behavior comes out on planes.
also, yes, worst behavior comes out on planes. Also, they had been on the water for so many days.
Totally.
They had been drinking. They had been in the sun. You're dehydrated. It doesn't take much. Then you've got the altitude. Things got a little loose.
Yes, they did. And she obviously had no problem like saying stuff to Brittany sort of in front of her face. So why
Yeah.
not behind her seat on a
Yeah.
plane? But it's just very classic. I mean, I'm curious to hear what your opinion is. Like so many years, let's say 25 years of reality TV. Reality TV as we know it, early 2000s, all that thing.
Yeah.
When someone like accuses you of something or something happening and then you get so defensive and you try to prove that it isn't that, it makes you look so guilty. And
Every
for
time.
some reason, no one is picking up on this. Like, I don't
Every time.
understand. Just be like, well, that's not true. Okay. Like,
I feel like somebody may have said it, but you're so right every
Just
single
like-
time. And the silence of Lisa. Lisa's not really defensive. She says she lets it go on and then she'll try to say something, but
Yeah.
she's not going head first
She's
in.
not.
And I'm kind of like,
and you're like, that looks a little sussy. I'm into
Okay.
true crime. I'm like,
Okay.
look at the body language.
okay. Okay, well, I'll just say this. We're never going to see, because there's one doesn't exist and we'll never see the other one. But
Yeah.
I do hope Ultimate Girls Trip comes back in some capacity.
Yes, me too.
Because this road trip does not count for me.
But
I'm
it
going to say
has-
that before I've seen it.
Wait.
I'm going to say that.
How does it not count? It's ultimate trip. Like
Because it's not what I thought it was. The way it was rolled out made me think this was road rules with the housewives.
I see. They're going not only to like the crappy lakes of the world, but they're
Yes.
going all around.
And
Yes,
they're living
fair.
on a bus. That was the joy for me.
Yeah, them living on a bus would be.
I thought that they were going to be riding it out across the country on this. Maybe they stop at hotels, but I thought they were going to be road tripping.
Rough
together.
riding.
When I heard they were just flying to locations, I'm like, did I not see a bus, or did I make this up in my head?
It does.
Was there not a picture of a bus?
It doesn't give road trip in that way, to be fair. Yeah, because you're like, no, I want to see them like go to a gas station and eat a pickle in the back of a car and maybe get a little car sick.
Is that too much to ask for? Now that I know it's just a party in random cities.
God, road rules. Good
Yeah.
reference.
That's what I thought
I'm
was
a challenge
happening.
girly, so the road rules of it all, like really, it brought me back. Fair. But I will say it does deliver because every time you get these iconic, amazing women in a room, in these environments, in different cities, it serves.
Yeah. Listen.
You will watch.
Exactly. I'm going to bitch about it.
Right, but you're
I'm
gonna watch.
And we're going to
Exactly.
talk about it here, and I'm going to bitch some more.
Exactly.
But you get my...
But we're getting your viewership. I know
Yes.
that.
Oh,
Yes.
you're getting my viewership for sure. But in my mind, I just have to like pull back because I was up here. I was like, oh my gosh, road rules.
Yeah,
and
that
road
would be
tripping
sick,
through
actually.
the country. And that's not what we're getting. But I mean, like, could you imagine Vicky on the, like, that's...
The family van alone.
I'd already played it out in my head.
Yeah.
What is her famous line? Who brings a family van to pick up six people?
Right, exactly. And imagine
this
like
is what I thought.
15 of the housewives and we just send like a little tiny school bus or something. Like
Yeah.
not fancy at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be into that.
You get it.
Yeah.
It's not too late to redo this. Like, you could give us this. You already filmed it. But then next year, come on, let's make your welcome. I don't
kinda
need
like
any
that.
credit.
Yeah.
I don't need any credit. I just want to watch it. What's the Bravo hill that you'll die on?
You know, I don't even know if this is an unpopular opinion necessarily because the hill you die on implies that it's like an unpopular opinion. But everyone's always like, what's your favorite Housewives franchise? And
Okay.
for me, hands down, since it started, my favorite Housewives franchise has always been Potomac.
Oh, Potomac's great.
But everyone's always like Beverly Hills, New York. Like everyone always, they love a coast. And I understand Potomac has water. I get it. But it's not like a major hub, right? This
Yeah.
is sort of like a rich suburb of a major city. Potomac, I find them to be the funniest.
Yeah, they're funny.
The wittiest. I think they have, it's been what, however many seasons. I don't even remember what season we're on. 10 years
10,
of
I
whatever
think,
it's
yeah.
been. I just really love those women, all individually for their own reasons.
agree.
And they're gorgeous.
And you know what adds to it? They don't get it wrong. When they bring in new people, I mean, we had the girl on who was for 1 year. I can't even remember her name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know she was Nigerian. And she definitely had the wealth.
Oh, yes.
And they were trying to have a child. She just didn't fit. She had the storyline that
And
just didn't.
sometimes it happens,
But rarely on Potomac. You see on these other franchises, you see them bring someone in one season, they're out. It just doesn't work. We had that a while
Fair,
for
you're
Beverly
right.
Hills, OC for sure. Even Atlanta, that was happening. But Potomac
Delivers.
I mean, think of the addition. Wendy didn't start that. Wendy was new.
Wendy has been amazing. Mia was great. She served,
was
and and
great.
Stacey Rush.
Oh,
as
Stacey.
as many times as you're going to grab your hands, being like, "Oh, baby Jesus, she's the best television sort of ever."
Yes,
She
is.
She is, and I, but I rise. Like she's just so delulu that it's really fun to watch.
It's great.
She was a great addition. As angry as it made me, I mean, they're just all very. They're all very different, and they all have their own like qualifications and their own culture,
Right.
and they all kind of weave together. And yeah, Giselle's OG for me.
Yeah, when you're funny without being like they're funny, period. But
Yeah.
then there a lot of the facial expressions or just things they say without even trying to be funny. It's just funny.
Yes.
That adds to it. Like Salt Lake City can be like that. Salt Lake City's campy. And it
Very.
works, but it can only work for them. Imagine if
Yeah.
in Potomac, as great as we think it is, did like a Boston Tea Party. Well, actually, it might work for them. But imagine if Miami did it. And they're throwing boxes into a fake river and they're wearing these wigs.
I can't
we would
even
be
imagine
like, what
it.
are you doing? But for Salt Lake City, we were like, that tracks.
Right,
That
because they're
makes
just like
sense.
it's like I could see Salt Lake City doing lowbrow stuff, and like
Yes.
it would work for Potomac. And one of my favorite moments in Potomac actually came from one of the worst moments, which was between Candace, who I love, and Monique, who I also love, and their fight that
Yeah.
led to Monique kind of rediscovering herself for about 5 years, and now she's back. But it's like the worst drop dead fight happening on Housewives, which we never want to see. And Ashleigh's pregnant at the time, and she's like in the bathroom the whole time. And after they get broken up, she comes out of the bathroom. She's like, what did I miss? And just her being pregnant, the worst hair pulling fight ever happened. She's like, wait, I was in there for like 2 minutes.
Thank God. Thank God she didn't. We didn't want
Right,
to bring
she's
a
like-
baby into the world with all that energy.
Anything can happen. Housewives always brings it. It always
Anything
brings it.
can happen. So good. Okay, I know you're engaged.
Yeah.
But which housewife would you trust to officiate your wedding?
I've actually thought about this too.
I like
Because there's
that.
a lot. There's one in every franchise that I would pick.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of like if I got one ask, right, who would I want?
This is important. This is the energy for your wedding.
I'm torn between two for two different reasons, and I'll land on one. I'll tell you my two. Dolores Catania from New Jersey.
Okay, I could see that.
Love her. She is so fun. She's so bubbly. I'm from New Jersey. We've always been girls together. She is just, she just comments on my Instagram. She's so supportive. She's so sweet. I could just see her bringing really fun energy to me and my fiance, Nadine.
It's a great choice.
But I think right above her, because I've had a very long relationship with her, because I think she's so witty, so funny, so sassy, I think I have to go with Phaedra Parks.
That's a better choice. And she's probably already done it.
That's the thing is like, it's just another job listing.
Yeah.
Like you're a mortician, you're a lawyer. Like, girl, put officiant on your list. I'm sure she's a notary. Like she's got this all down. So, and I could see her jokes just coming through. And she was on Traders and she was an amazing trader. And I just love her. Dear Lord, not Ekin Sue. Like I'm obsessed with her. So I think Nadine would approve of Phaedra Parks.
Yeah, I think that's a fit. When I was thinking of all the housewives, she didn't even cross my mind.
I know.
So I can tell you've been thinking about it.
I have. I've really been like,
just in case. Just in case. Would you do Traders?
100%. I would. One thing you should know about me is I'm a really bad sore loser though, and I'm very competitive. And I know this about myself. Like I know. I am so competitive. I grew up in, sports and just my, girls, like you want to be successful. You're just very ambitious. I thought about like, could I be a traitor? Could I be a faithful? I'd be a better faithful because I'm not a great liar, but I'd have more fun being a traitor.
You know what it would be? I'm competitive too. So the competitive side of me would want to be a traitor because then I would know everything that's going on, or at least you think you do.
But could
they always
lie to
change
it's a game.
I was a lawyer. Right. And I don't want, not that I want that stereotype to happen, like for people to take that away of like all lawyers lie, but there is that perception. It's not that
they kind of have to.
It's more of like knowing what to say. I was a litigator.
Right. I mean, so
you know
how to talk.
You paint a picture, right? For the jury. You tell a story.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be like when they get down, like with the RHOBH and, oh my gosh,
Maura?
Thank you. Her name's escaped me. I don't know if I could be that close to somebody all the way through and them not be able to tell because I also am very much expressive with my facial expressions.
That's
so I can't hide
like,
them. So I don't know if I could get away with that. I think I'd have more fun being a faithful because I think I could be a little bit more lax, but the competitive side of me would want to be a traitor.
Me too. I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Would you do Traders?
Yeah. I decided that last year. I've never, because I haven't been on reality TV in 9 years.
But it's fun because it's like a few weeks. Everyone's on the same playing field, and I feel like it's more fun when it's a game. Like when it's a game,
I agree.
You can make excuses for kind of bad behavior, which is why you see like the people on the challenge be able to be like, yeah, of course I lied to you. I want the $200,000. Right. Whereas housewives are like, how dare you lie to me? Because they're not competitive. They're filming their lives. You would be targeted in 2 minutes though because you're a lawyer.
So
they would know and you're really smart and they're going to be like, oh, Rachel, nope.
I think so too. That's my fear. But also, and I haven't watched every season, but I would think at this point, if you get down to the end, and I'm not saying that I would, just whoever does, don't you just assume that everybody's going to keep the money for themselves at this point?
I mean, I would.
Who would share?
I would not want to share.
CT did. They did. But I just, at this point, I just imagine that's because they've known each other for so long. I feel like if it had been CT and me, he would have been like,
that's why Rob didn't care about Eric. And he's like, am I just going to give up $100,000 to someone else? And like, I get that.
I've known for 2 weeks.
That I've known for 2 weeks? Like, absolutely not. But if I had, CT and Trishelle go 20 years back, 25 years back,
sense.
They have kids. I feel like there's, but yeah, I wouldn't share the money. I don't blame Rob for what he did at all. He was one of the best traders ever. Like, I'm really excited for like the pedestrian one though.
Oh,
I think that's going to be.
Do you know
better.
anybody who's
like cast or anything?
I mean, I guess you worked for it, so you might know some people
who cast for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do too. I feel like there's a lot of people who know somebody in the world or whatever. Not saying everybody's from the LA or New York area.
No, but it's a small industry. Everyone knows someone. I actually love the first season of Traders more than the full celebrity one. And I know it was bad because obviously Suri took the money from Andy, who was.
I didn't see this.
I don't want to. I spoiled it, but it's been okay. Suri, who's one of the greatest Survivor players of all time, has played like 4 or 5 times, has never won. was down to her. And then Andy, who was saving for their, I believe, and their wife's like IVF or something. Don't quote me, but it was something to like start a family.
No. I don't know why I thought Ari from The Bachelor made it to the end.
He did second season.
Oh, he was okay.
He was second season. I think. Yeah. He was second season. But Cirie taking the money from Andy, it was like, damn. But it was such good TV. And it was shocking. And it was a shocking moment. I kind of miss it because when you're famous, you have a rep to protect. You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel like these people care about that on the show.
But Lisa Rinna was Lisa Rinna. You know what I mean? Colton was Colton. Like they all, Michael Rappaport was Michael fucking Rappaport. Like they all kind of, they can't, you know, they have some sort of legitimacy. They're famous. They have to keep it, you know, like
they have to play a role.
They have to, right? Because that's their brand, whatever that is.
It's interesting. I'm excited for the pedestrian one.
Pedestrian, yeah. Please.
As well, because I just feel like a star is about to be born.
Definitely.
I think that that's what's cool too. It's like we're you know, circulating the same reality TV people. And I don't have a problem with that because I have favorites from different shows. But to bring somebody new, like that's kind of cool.
That's what The Challenge has been doing since they don't have Real World anymore because they used to pull from there. They pull from Big Brother. They pull from this. You bring your best friend on and it creates new talent. It's like, it's fun to start history with some of these people, you know? It's nice to kind of get a fresh start. So
I agree.
I think it's going to be good.
When I came off The Bachelorette, they were asked me if I was interested in the challenge, and I was like, absolutely not.
Oh, man.
That's not my game.
I know. And you have to really you have to train for it.
Yeah,
it's not something you can just walk
that.
into if you want to do well.
Yeah.
But you would have been so good.
I want to sit at the round table and be like, let me tell you something. I don't want to be putting my body through challenges, okay? It's why I keep
drowning
saying
yourself.
no to special forces. They ask me all the time, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't.
Eva almost died in the last one. I remember that clip, and I'm like, you guys couldn't pay me enough to do that one.
Or the eating stuff. I don't want to eat pig's testicles and then run 8 miles. I want to watch people throw up, but I don't really want to be the one doing that.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm even scared of the challenges that would be on Traders. I really am.
Not that you'd ever fit the personality type, but would you do House of Villains?
No.
You wouldn't do that.
I enjoy that.
Because those are fun
that.
challenges and it's so campy and stupid.
Yes.
I love that show.
That's fun. But
right. You're not a villain, though. It wouldn't.
People might think of me as a villain. I mean, I was on the Bachelorette special that aired after the Oscars, and I got a lot of, why is Rachel Lindsay here? She ruined the franchise. And I thought, stay mad, bitch. Stay mad.
I want to oppose that. I actually don't think you ruined the franchise at all.
No, but guess who you will see and who you won't see.
Yes,
Let me just say that. So one of us maybe did and one of us did not.
Totally.
Okay, quick thoughts before we dive into, because I could just keep talking to you about everything, before we dive into kind of the news of the week. But Karen on Real Housewives of Potomac, the future of her. That's been I am so for it. Mm-hmm. When we had Courtney and Mary on, they didn't think that she was accountable. And I hadn't seen the third part of the reunion yet. And after watching it, I was like,
but you watched the one-on-one with Andy.
Yes, I watched the one-on-one. And she said things that I said, when Karen left Potomac, her last season, that is not the same Karen that was sitting in the room with Andy.
I don't think so either.
So for me, I felt like she was accountable. If she's going to continue to be that on another season of Potomac, then I'm here for it.
Right.
If we see her working through it, the ups and downs, I actually think that can be very beneficial to other people watching.
I'm glad to hear you say that because when the one-on-one came out and then when the reunion came out, but specifically the one-on-one because we could hear from her for a long period of time. When I watched it, first off, I texted Andy and I was like, this is your, he was like, this is my Barbara Walters moment. I was like, this was, you pushed her in a way that you needed to push her where I didn't leave asking questions,
right.
And what I love about Andy, what he's taught me is never leave questions on the table. Because if you're thinking it, the audience is thinking it, ask it. And I felt like he pushed her in an appropriate way that wasn't.
Same.
That was from an equal standpoint, but also from an authoritative standpoint as well. Mm-hmm. I thought Karen was as accountable as you can kind of be. What I asked people I'm like, what else do you want from this woman? People are like, oh, she can't say alcoholic. I'm like, but maybe that's not her journey. She's not saying that she doesn't have a problem with substance abuse, but language matters for people. We're going to knock her because she's not using the same language that we want. She's still taking accountability for what she did.
Right.
She served her time And she served it well, like sort of the Menendez brothers. It's like, okay, if they murdered their parents, they did. But if they're guilty, they have spent the last 35 years in prison rehabilitating themselves and other prisoners, right? So that matters to me. Okay, you're a litigator. Okay. I'm just talking about a citizen. What is the point of prison if not to rehabilitate?
I am big on
So if we want to
rehabilitation.
rehabilitate, if we want to see housewives, and I'm going to get shit probably for comparing Karen to the Menendez brothers. My point is, if you want to see these housewives behave badly and be really crappy to each other, or to be funny and to be witty, then we also need to see the other side of being having redemption.
Sure.
You know, like
Sure.
people make mistakes. People make mistakes many, many times. And I think, thank God she didn't hurt anybody. Thank God she didn't hurt. That would have changed the game, I think, in a lot of ways. But what else are we asking from her? Because if she served her time, came out of it saying, I have a problem and I have an issue and it's going to be an ongoing issue forever. And I went on TV to hide some of the things that me and Ray were going through at the time, which we all could see as audience members.
Know.
I mean, that's the thing is like the audience will be like, you have a problem in your marriage before anyone else will. I thought she answered everything kind of appropriately. I was really satisfied with it. I was really happy. Now, some people say, let's not reward bad behavior by having her come on. That's a point. I mean, I can't disagree with that point. But does that also mean on the flip side that no one can ever make a mistake and then they should be off forever and they can't come back and learn from it? Because if they do, and Karen helps people who maybe have their own substance abuse issues, is that bad?
Yeah. Where do we draw the line?
Well, where is the line? What's the opposite of the thing you don't want? Right? Silencing everyone who makes a mistake, that doesn't feel right to me.
And I think there are levels to it, right? Like we've seen Teresa come back. We've seen Shannon come back. We've seen, we'll see what happens with Wendy. We'll see that situation there. But as long as, to me, she continues to be accountable, that's fine. I think people get—
Or honest at least. Just be honest,
I think people get— when they don't see tears, they start saying, oh, because, Karen was very much so like, and it's my favorite saying of hers, let's be clear. Let's be clear here. And let's be clear.
It's a good impersonation.
So because it's so forceful that I think people mix that up with, oh, she should seem more sad or she should tone it down a little bit. She seems arrogant or cocky. Or the way on the third part where she would call people out. I'm like, guys, she watched the season. She's giving her opinion. I don't think this is a problem. Like, why are you comparing that behavior to how versus what took her away from us? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think when you push people back and you say, well, what would you have wanted to see from her? Like, what would have convinced you that she was sorry or that she felt horrible or this and that? They have a hard time answering that.
Exactly.
And I think part of the reason is we love to project. This is why reality TV is so good. They didn't react the way they wanted. It's like, well, now I know how you react to things.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a very tearful person. Like, no judgment, but it's so much of a projection. And I think people just like to your point about the road trip, you're like, oh, I'm going to bitch, but I'm going to watch it.
Oh, but I'm going to watch.
Right. And I think that's honest.
You will watch Karen.
I will complain and I will want to see Karen on. But I'm just going to bitch sometimes because it's more fun.
This will not be the Bravo hill that people die on. If Karen comes back, people will not be like, I'm not watching because Karen Huger's there.
I think if anything, we'd get more people interested in it because I would want to see that redemptive arc. And that's a real thing. I mean, look at Mary Cosby. Like, she went through something real. I mean, her first couple seasons, it was rough. You can kind of tell she changed her tune. She became so much softer and nicer and sweeter. And then opening up about her son and then them going through that and then obviously his unfortunate passing away. But think of how many lives she has changed. You know what I mean? And obviously there was another doc coming out about her church and people have negative stuff to say all the time about her. At BravoCon, that was all happening. But she probably changed a bunch of people's lives. And I think there's something, we need to keep that in mind with a lot of people.
I think so too. And if it's reality TV, don't we need to see some of that side of it?
You need to see the redemption, I think, part of it.
Then they don't come back after that.
Or you're Stacey and you're just lying and you're just continuing to lie. And we like the delulu of that too. Yeah. But with Karen, she took as much accountability as I think that we can expect. And it's a journey. And when cameras are in your face, It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's really not easy.
I still expect her to be. I didn't think she was going to come out of jail and not be Karen. Let's be very clear.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was going to happen.
Let's be clear. Although she doesn't seem to like the Grand Dame thing anymore. I felt like she was more owning that title. And now I feel like she's kind of shying away from that a little bit. Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. If she was walking down the street and I said, the Grand Dame, she would say,
yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Oh, me? Please.
Right.
And we love that. And we love her for that.
And we love her.
Okay. West and Ciara. Are you for it or against it?
I'm against.
Thank God.
I'm against.
Finally.
I'm against. I mean, listen, like, you do you. We've watched, you and I were kikiing before about plenty of women in reality TV who keep going back to the same stupid guy. But I like them both individually, so I'll say that. I'm not going to bash West for being a young, good-looking guy who's on reality TV. I'm sure his DMs are crazy. He admits he's not ready for commitment. I think they don't want the same things at all right now. I don't think they're on the same timeline.
Right.
But Ciara's a 10. I mean, like, Ciara's a 10. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's funny. You know, like, she's got like a fun bitchy quality to her that's witty and a little snarky.
Yeah.
I don't know why she keeps going back to West. She could get anybody.
I know when you connect, because this is what I always tell people. I'm like, I can talk to anybody, but it's rare that you connect.
Totally.
And so once you cross that line, especially, which we've seen her, you know, she has a harder time opening up and being vulnerable. Yep. So when you cross that line, it's so hard to dial it back. So I get it, especially when you're, you know, in a house and, you know, you're drinking.
Definitely.
And then especially the house that like you fell for each other in, that's tough. But I'm like you. I'm like, oh, you know, Ciara was just doing the Oscar carpet.
Right. She's 10.
Killing it.
Yes.
I'm like, I would just love for her.
Date a basketball player.
Just step out, particularly one that he has to cover on Complex or something
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like a football player, oh my God, if she dated like a Kansas City Chief because he's from there, that would be
it's everything.
And she could.
Exactly.
She could.
Exactly. And I'm like you. I like them separately.
Yeah.
It's just, if that's not what you want, then don't play.
Let's stop pretending.
With her. Like, don't do a little bit that you know that maybe it might
like baiting her a little bit. And at the same time, Ciara, like, be smart. Read between the lines of what he's saying. And I think I like breaking the fourth wall with this. Like, she's been on reality TV for a long time. I don't know however many years, 5, 6, 7 years. He's newer to the game, but has been on now 3 seasons. You know, before you're famous, you're like, yeah, you're a cute guy. But then after you're famous, everyone's like, oh, and you're surrounded by women.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Ciara's not confident, but does she believe West isn't going to be indulging in those groups of women around him? And he says that he wants that. Like, let's be truthful now about everything that's going on. He's a reality star. He's a hot guy. He's getting DMs. He probably wants to indulge. He's young. He should. Ciara, the same for you.
Yeah, he's in his 20s on the show. I don't even think he's 30 yet.
No, I don't think he's 30 yet.
But I've said this before about the reality TV guys. It's not, particularly The Bachelor. You become so much more cooler by the fact that you're on reality TV, and the audience,
Instantly.
because it's women, majority women, they reinforce that.
Of course.
It's like when as bachelorettes, we go do an appearance, whatever, we have fans, but when it's the men, it's just overkill. So you're getting all this attention that you would never get in life before. I'm not saying that you weren't cool outside of it.
Look at
It's just
Heated
like on a bigger
Rivalry.
stage. Exactly.
It's women.
I've seen those people all weekend.
Yeah.
By the way, I haven't even seen the show yet. I really do want to see it. I just haven't yet. But
Straight
I've seen
women
them
love
everywhere, and I still know who they are.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
oh, that's Connor, that's Hudson,
You're right, though. It is a female-based fan base, which is why I think men get away with a lot more.
For sure.
Like, just harken back to Traitors. Like, if Rob wasn't good-looking objectively, I'm a gay woman. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
On paper, he's good-looking. If he wasn't, he would not have got her far. He would not
for
have snowed Moira and Dorinda and Kristen Kish. He wouldn't have done that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Not that he didn't have talent and skill, but his looks as a man.
It's pretty privilege.
It totally,
It's a real
but
thing.
more so than if a woman, because like women who have pretty privilege, I get, but they don't get away with as much as pretty
Fair.
good-looking men because women are the fans and women are reinforcing the base.
Fair.
So, you know, there's pretty privilege is 100%. I just feel like men get away with a lot more than pretty women.
Look at Maura. Everyone was calling her stupid.
Yep.
And she's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And they're like, oh, she's so stupid. She centers
How could you
men.
not see it?
Even though I cannot remember who I was talking to, but they were giving me more background about like her Love Island experience and then maybe even some off-camera behavior as to why they've developed that opinion about her. I don't know because I don't watch Love Island, nor have I.
Am I privy? What is wrong with you?
I can't. It's too many episodes.
I literally have written to NBC saying, can you make this 10 weeks? Like, can we do the whole summer?
I can't. Each episode's an hour, right?
Hour to an hour and a half, depending on.
Oh, God. I can't keep up. And the thing is, if you don't keep up with the show, you're
with your
behind.
life? What are you doing with your life? You were a litigator. Girl, you're not a litigator anymore, so let's fill that time with important things.
I should watch a season for the sake of pop culture, but I feel also very in the know because it's everywhere.
Yes.
Like, I know at least who like the top
It dominates the summer.
6 characters are. Oh, is that when it comes out? Okay.
Yeah. It's a summer show, and then Beyond the Villa kind of follows them after that, and that's going to air on Peacock, I think, in a few weeks, actually.
I've seen a clip for that.
You watch Beyond the Villa, but you don't watch Love Island?
No. I was seeing a clip for it. I do not watch either one of those shows.
This summer, I'm changing your...
All the Bravo shows, even the scripted shows that I watch. I watch a lot of scripted TV.
Fair. No, it's a... Bravo would keep you busy in and of itself, but when you do have a show that airs 5 nights a week, but like that's my jam. Something to look forward to.
And I have to stay on top of like, with higher learning, it's current affairs, it's politics.
Yeah.
I'm watching a reality show in our politics every single day.
We're living it.
I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. Let's move on to the Bravo news.
Yeah.
So today's news of the week is brought to you by Too Good and Co. Coffee Creamers. This segment is all about the big reality TV stories, so make yourself a coffee with Too Good and Co. Coffee Creamers. They're made with farm fresh cream, real milk, and contain 3 grams of sugar per serving. That's 40% less than the 5 grams per serving in leading traditional coffee creamers for real goodness in every sip. Find them at your local retailer in the creamer aisle. Okay.
I'd buy whatever you're selling, Rachel Lindsay.
Thank you.
You got that voice. I'm like,
Thank
I'll buy
you.
that creamer.
People tell me that about me. I'm a big ASMR person.
Yeah, you would be good at that.
Are you into ASMR?
I like it
think I'm a
sometimes. I mean,
It does sound like porn sometimes.
it depends what it is. Like the breaking of a York peppermint patty for some reason. I just love that.
I have to try that one.
Oh, just listen to it's there's something about it.
I'm gonna YouTube that as soon as I get out of here. Is that a new trigger for me?
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
know.
Uh-oh.
I love the whispering. I love the fabric scratching.
Oh, yeah,
I love sticky tap. I am so into ASMR. It has the last 4 years, it has calmed me down. I listen to it when I drive. People are like, you're insane. Especially when I was working with Extra and I was on the go, and I was working 6-7 days a week plus podcasting, ASMR was my saving grace.
Interesting.
I know I try to get my friends into it.
It's a meditative thing, though. I mean,
yes,
it's
and
just
apparently
keep
it's
you pleasant.
good with ADHD, which I've just found out that I have. So, shocker.
You have ADHD, not ADD.
They don't say ADD anymore.
Isn't that different, though? Because isn't ADHD like hyperactive, or am I wrong about this?
This is what the psychiatrist was telling me. He said you can have the inattentive part or the hyper restlessness for me, or both, or a combination.
Okay.
He told me I was a combination, which I'm like, I'm not really like bouncing off the walls, but I am restless. I always tell my friends, I'm like, guys, I'm not really outside like that, okay? Like, I'm just at home. And then anytime somebody asks me, well, what did you do? And I was like, well, I was here.
You're like, I was out last night. Yeah.
But I was at home for like 4 hours. Doesn't that count? So there's a little bit of that.
Fair.
But yes, I guess it can be both-sided. But apparently ASMR helps
that
with people with that. It calms the inner thoughts. It gives me something else to focus on because it's triggering different things in my brain. You guys, I'm thinking of starting a channel.
I mean, not for nothing. I meditate every day, but there is something about like there's green noise and black noise and white noise, and you can't think. It does stop like the train in your head, kind of from keep going and keep going and keep going, and that's why I meditate. So it's a very similar thing. It's just it's a way to stop your thoughts.
Gosh, I used to be. I tried meditate. I can't.
I used to feel the same way. I know. I read this book though by Dan Harris called 10% Happier, and it just changed the way I thought about it.
It will be in my cart tomorrow.
You should.
Amazon cart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that.
It's a quick read.
Be in my cart tomorrow.
It's a quick read.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
10% happier?
10% happier.
All
yeah.
right.
He's amazing.
I'd love to be 10% happier.
That's the thing is like, it's not going to, I hate when people are like, it's going to change your life. And all of a sudden you're going to be a different person. I'm like, no, I'm not. So stop bullshitting me. He's like, it'll make you about 10% happier. I'm like, you know what? I can buy that. I'll buy that.
We'll take that.
That's doable.
We'll take that. That's like an achievable step.
Yes, and also you should note Dan Harris had a panic attack. He was addicted to cocaine. He had a panic attack on air at ABC. So he kind of does what we do with a lot of. He was an ABC, like GMA anchor. And he had a wild panic attack on air about in 2005, I want to say. And he was like, I was a jerk. And he has a great TED Talk called like How to Not Be a Jerk to Yourself. So just in line of kind of what we do and talking and being on the go, you said, what extra, you were gone 6 days a week in your podcasting and you needed something. He's a good guru.
Okay, thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
get that. I
tangential.
actually I have a flight tomorrow, so I might go to the store and get that.
You should.
Let's talk about this seating chart for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, man.
Let's
get down to brass tacks.
I'm confused by it, which is why.
Okay,
so
why? What are we confused at?
I'm confused by the Erika of it all. And this is not me hating.
Okay.
The chart is out. First chair, Kyle, Dorit. Makes sense.
Definitely.
Second chairs, Erika, Bose. Why is Erika there? What has other than the number of seasons? And if that's what we're doing, if this is based on the number of seasons, which we know it's not because for Potomac,
It's not
Wendy
based
had
on
the first seat. Why is Erika there? What has Erika given us to make her have a seat higher than, I'm going to say it, I don't care what y'all say, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, Amanda's season 1, those are usually on the outskirts anyway, even if they're the main part of the drama.
She is.
She's
given us a lot.
Stacey was on the outskirts in Potomac at first, and then she worked her way, and it's usually based on, how much drama they have of this.
First chair.
Right. So, it depends on the amount of drama and how you're involved in the season. But I think Stacey she wasn't that way first season, even though she was a major part of the drama. Erika is sort of the great connector, I think, because she kind of gets along with everybody. I will let you watch the reunion to see if that's still the case. We just filmed it. So I haven't watched any cuts, but she was sort of the in-between of Kyle and Dorit for a while.
Yes, we're going to get more of that.
She managed to be friends. She managed to make up with Sutton and be friends with Sutton. And then they were kind of like Southern Belles together. So she has a hand and an opinion in everything. When Dorit went on, I think it was either last week's episode or this week's episode, Dorit talks about kind of reuniting with PK, and Erika's like, why didn't you tell me? Like,
that was good
sort of
TV.
get why you didn't tell anyone else, but why didn't you tell me? And she's like, I forgot, blah, 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 blah. We forget that Erika is really close with all of them. So I don't mind that she's in the second chair. I think she is a facilitator of these things.
So I'm remembering the last reunion where that was a season of where we didn't get much from Erika, which I was okay with because I'm like, Erika had a rough.
She had a rough couple of years.
Yes, several seasons. And I don't even know how she got through it, but she did. And kudos to her for that. And I love to see her thriving and in a better place. I really do. But the last season, and probably because I'm biased towards Garcelle, I just didn't like the role she played. And the only thing that she played to me was really going after Garcelle. And so otherwise, she really wasn't present to me at the reunion.
Right.
So if she's sitting in second chair, fine, but make it worth her while.
I think it will
Make
be.
it good. Okay, that's all. That was my only thing.
I think it will.
Because I can't say I'm fully that into Beverly Hills, but I love the Amanda edition. I don't care what anybody says.
Me too. She's
you don't have
great
to
TV.
like her.
Oh,
but
I think people are. I can only imagine the comments
I can't
she's
look
getting.
away.
So many
can't
people
look
have
away from her.
I have never been DM'd by a first season housewife more than with Amanda.
There's so many questions.
Because it's like, wait, and she's kind of like subtly like shitting on her husband. Like in a way, like all the time, I'm like,
100%.
she so emasculates him, and maybe he likes that. So I'm not trying to say like men have to be
100%.
this like provider. It's none of that. But the way she does it, I'm like, oh, if my wife said that about me, like I would not like that at all. Like, okay,
We'll see if this wedding happens.
I want to see the horse that he says he's going to come in on,
The
or the
helicopter.
helicopter. What a wedding! I mean, I'm not a wedding person, so okay. Like, you want to spend all that money? Don't know how you got it. Cool.
We don't know.
I want to manifest money.
that's-
Let me manifest.
That's interesting, right? Like, do I want her to be, this grifter that, is
No.
like, people are falling victim to that? No. But
Be
I
clear.
want to see the 9 bathrooms. Can we get a house tour? I want to see a day in the life of Amanda.
Me too.
I do.
Me
I
too.
want to see more of her because I don't think we get enough of her husband other than just agreeing with her. I want to see her write this book about the cult. I
No ghostwriter now, Rachel. No ghostwriter.
No ghostwriter.
She knows how to write a book.
I use
proven.
a ghostwriter. I
Most
don't have the
people
time,
do who
and
are
I'm
famous.
very honest about that.
Yes.
Because I always shout them out because I want them to get love. Now the divorce one, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot to say, but it just helps.
Right, but it's not a knock. You know what I
but
mean?
It is.
But
when she says
But
it.
she definitely made it a knock against Dorit. And I was like, oh, all right. Like, you better, if you're going to be an asshole like this, like, oh, well, I didn't need to do that, then you better be rich.
All of it.
And you better be writing that book. And
All
you
of
better be
it.
successful. And if writing in a journal of what I see my life in 10 years is going to make me $4 million, I will do that. I will do that for you right now. I will do it. But I need more proof than just like, I manifested money. I relate to the energy of money. What?
It makes no sense. You sound like Bose.
Oh, yeah.
What? Now what now? I really hope she comes back for another season. I do not want her to be a one-season housewife.
Me neither.
And I'm so
like
serious
her.
about this house tour. Like, I even did you see where she was on? I think it was the Page 6 podcast.
Yeah.
And she was talking about Davina. And she's just casually, she was like, I had already sold the house and Davina was more interested in being on TV and her rented Chanel outfit. And they're like, oop. And she was like, what? It was rented. She's so big on labels and all the things she has. I need to
Huge.
see the closet. Because remember years ago
Right.
when they were accusing Dorit of renting her clothes?
Yes.
I want to see if Amanda's about that. Like, I want to see the closet. I want to see if they're labels. I want to see if she has all the things.
Well, that's the
or
thing.
or was she renting? I'm sorry. Amanda is in the last 3 years,
The
she's
Lulu.
one of the most interesting new Bronwyn, Stacey, Amanda, my top 3 new housewives.
Those are great picks. Those are really good picks. And and oddly with that, it's like with Bose, who is successful.
yeah,
and
we
she's
love
like,
Bose, but-
but I want to see her like be successful. Like
Yeah.
I know she's been a queen in our industry for so long and like she has all these awards and everyone respects her, but like we don't get enough of that. I kind of want to see her being like a boss bitch. And we don't really get that.
Yeah.
We're kind of just seeing like this infertility journey, which obviously is hard and
Sure.
totally get all of that. But I do want to say, I'm like, no, I want to like, you're rich.
It's like Jenna, right? And I think because I see Bose out a lot and it's like there couldn't be a camera in this space. It's kind of like Jenna. They live these fabulous lives. They get into rooms and events
They have too much
and
to
sitting at the
lose.
table with people that can never be filmed.
Yeah.
But you're right. But we know that they're living this. But I'm with you. I want to see it. But we know that they wouldn't be who they were if there was a camera right behind them the whole time.
It's true. Like, it's a testament to their success that we don't know. Like, I know that she's successful. She's obviously not lying about anything because the credentials are right there.
Exactly.
I just love that Amanda came on the same season as Rachel Zoe, who's like arguably got the best wardrobe of anybody ever in the history of the world, maybe outside of Jenna
Doesn't say a
Lyons,
thing.
and doesn't say a thing. And she's not like, oh, let me just grab my Chanel water bottle. I'm gonna go drive my Chanel car. I'll be right back with my Chanel keys. You're like, oh, this is so tacky. Also, I kind of hope some of them are renting their clothes because knowing what I know about fashion and knowing what I know about expenses, don't go bankrupt because you want to look good going on the carpet. Like, please don't do that. That's not a good idea.
No, for an outfit that you're probably not going to wear
You're
again.
never going to wear it again. They never wear it again.
But we also see them flying their makeup people.
I know. And
across-
that is so expensive.
It's just not necessary.
It's
you're
just-
on I know you're on TV, but
like, when you
you
wake
don't
up
know
in the
how to do
morning-
your makeup at this point.
Or don't
for
wear
TV?
it. You all look great. Just have orange juice in the morning sitting by the pool getting a massage
wear it.
without lashes on. It's cool. Like, just follow Pamela Anderson. She's not doing it anymore.
No brows,
She's not
no
doing
lashes,
it anymore. She's
no
just
foundation.
chill. I'm like, that's real.
And people love it.
And people love it.
And people love it. Okay, moving on to Jax and Brittany's custody agreement. I really thought there's two things on the rundown that I thought were like, how is this still happening? Did it move on? And I not that I like to get involved in anyone's really divorce, custody agreement, any of those things, but they've settled for custody of their son. This is after 2 years of separating, did not realize it was that long with them. Instead of paying each other child support, they are responsible for the expenses accrued when the 4-year-old is in their individual care. Jax has custody of Cruz Wednesday nights and every other weekend. Brittany has them for the rest of the time, which means Brittany's spending more money.
Brittany's spending more money. Also, how does that work with like college or school or extracurricular activities? Because like he has soccer, I'm just making this up, soccer practice 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Does Jax pay one of those less? Like that seems very interesting to me, but I sort of get it. And I'm not a lawyer of any kind, so I don't know what these contracts look like, but I sort of get it when you want just complete separation
When you
from the
just want to be
person.
done. Yeah.
I don't want a check from you. I don't want anything from you. Just when you have him, that's you, you
Yep.
know, but I don't know how that works with.
She probably is going to take it all because the peace of mind of not having to be like, is he going to pay this? Are you going to pay for his equipment? Whatever.
Or have it hold it over your head. Like, I
Exactly.
hope that she gets the peace because she deserves it. And I hope for Cruz's sake they get the peace because
Sure.
Cruz deserves it.
Sure. I'm sure she probably wants full custody, but
Oh, I'm sure.
she'll take this. They've agreed to not be under the influence of alcohol, marijuana, or any other illegal drug while caring for Cruz.
Probably a smart
which I say,
decision.
duh.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case. The fact that you even write that in there is wild.
Yeah.
And they also agreed to not introduce their child to new romantic partners for at least 6 months. I don't have kids. I don't know. I'm divorced, but I didn't have to. I only had dogs, and he did not want them. Thank goodness. I just
No wonder you divorced him. If he doesn't want that, if you're fighting for the
I'll
dogs,
give you the dogs, and I'm like,
I'm taking them.
duh.
And yeah,
I'm taking the dog.
taking the dog.
I'm taking the dog. I don't know if that's common or not, but 6 months feels like a long.
I actually was very
Time.
happy when I read that because that shows that I mean, again, I don't know how you police this stuff.
Yeah, that's
Presumably,
true.
if Cruz is like, "Mommy, I met Sarah," and
Very
then Brittany's
true.
like, "Who the fuck is Sarah?" And like, there could be some proving there. I don't know how you prove about like not being stoned in front of your kid outside of not smoking, but like,
Yeah.
you could take a pill. I don't know how you prove any of this stuff. I'll say that. Not that they're not going to abide by it, but I think at least specifically for Jax, 6 months puts a good guardrail on anything. It like prevents any type of erratic behavior. And also, if you're going to introduce your kid to anybody when they're that young,
Yeah.
my parents aren't divorced, so I don't know. But just speaking from like, I feel like how I would handle it, they better be a serious relationship for my kid to meet them because
Very true.
my parents were on reality TV and I have 10 years of a volatile relationship that I'm going to have to contend with the rest of my life.
That's well documented.
Let's well documented that you have millions of people documenting on. It seems good for stability. You know, I don't know how they came on that
agree.
6 month mark, but 6 months feels like that's a real relationship.
I agree. I guess I'm thinking of it because I know Brittany would
Yeah.
not do it without it being something serious.
Well, Brittany is.
But you're right. For Jax, for
It's for
purposes of
Jax.
Jax, what we've even seen on the Valley of, and I'm not saying that these women came around Cruz, but he was very cavalier about bringing women to the house, that they were still sharing together in the bedroom, that those women were leaving stuff around that,
Yeah.
a child could grab onto and say like, what are these? So I do understand it. I guess I wasn't thinking of both sides of it, but you're right. This agreement is for the benefit of Cruz, and
Yes.
I'm for it, and I'm happy that they were able to come to that, and that hopefully in all of this, Cruz is okay.
Well, yeah,
That's
I mean,
all
I
we
think
want.
it's been clear, at least to the last season of The Valley, like Brittany's number one priority is him. Number one priority is him. And I think her behavior absolutely will reflect that and has reflected that in every sort of way.
Yeah.
I think she would agree probably the best thing that happened to her was Cruz and the worst thing that happened to her was Jax.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a
crazy?
really hard thing to contend with because Jax is obviously half of Cruz.
Yeah.
And so I think they're just trying to do the best that they can. But I know Brittany personally, and she is the nicest person
right?
in the world. Like, she wouldn't hurt a fly. She just is so nice to everybody. It's insane. She's always been so nice. First season, 20 seasons. I just want the best for her because she's like a good mom. She's
Same.
a really good mom and a really good person.
Same.
And I hope Jax
completely
gets the
agree
help
with
he
you,
does
too.
because he needs to show up and be a good father for Cruz. And I want that for Jax. I root for him.
Yeah.
I really do root for him. I never want to see someone fail miserably that they're not a
Yeah.
good parent.
Yeah.
I never want that. That's not fun for anybody.
Which is why I didn't want him on the show anymore. I'm happy
Yes.
he's not on the show.
Me
I
too.
think that being on TV is not great for him, so he can prioritize Cruz and himself.
It's funny that we said that after the Karen thing, but I think the Karen thing is a lot different than the Jax thing. And the Jax thing is so
dark.
so dark and right now, and the kid is very young. There's just
And there wasn't that much accountability. I'm sorry.
No, there
even on
wasn't
the
at all.
reunion. So there's a huge difference here. And again, we're rooting for the best. You get it together.
Always rooting for the
maybe
best.
come back. But I just don't think that reality TV is good for him from what we've seen from him over the last 15 years? Who
Yeah.
knows? I don't even know how long it's been. Real quick, because there's not a whole lot about this, the Leah McSweeney court case, which again, I'm like, we're still doing this? This is still a thing?
Yeah, it's been
But
a
a
long time.
federal judge, I didn't even realize it was a federal case. And I know we've talked about it a little bit here on Morally Corrupt, but there's so much other stuff going on. This is so not front of mind. But a federal judge ruled that Leah's lawsuit will proceed in public court instead of private arbitration, which is a win for her. I know she loves this.
Right.
Like, I personally think that part of this is for it to be played out in the public. I think that there's an attention aspect to this. I'm not taking away from her claims. They're her claims. I'm not here to be judge or jury, but I do think that she wants the attention factor as well.
There's strategy. You're a lawyer. You know that there's court is strategy at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not really whether or not your client is guilty or not guilty, because, right, we don't try innocence in this country. That's something people forget. Like, we're trying, you're not guilty until proven guilty. I feel like it doesn't really matter what the truth is. What matters is what you can prove in court.
Right.
That's what matters.
And the court of public opinion, specifically for someone who's been a public figure,
is almost everything.
A real thing. Is a real thing.
It's almost everything.
Yeah.
You know? I can't believe it's been this long going through it.
Yeah. So it's not going to be an arbitration. What else? The judge rejected that request, criticizing the legal strategy. He said arbitration can't be used as a backdrop option after already fighting the case in court, writing that parties cannot have it both ways. Both sides are exchanging documents.
And arbitration just means like arguing in front of other people. Like, what is arbitration necessarily? Like it's getting settled.
Like there's a mediator. You're working it out.
Behind closed doors kind of thing.
Behind closed doors.
Okay.
Like all of it is private. Like most people opt, like when it's a big situation.
Who wants
like
it to be public? Right.
Yeah. Like if you really read the contracts, like I even think the bachelor contract is like if you're going to sue, you have to go to arbitration first. It's like, can we settle this out with a mediator?
Gotcha.
Before we
I see.
Bring this out, because you don't
it's
want
first
all
line
that
of defense.
stuff to be, you don't want all of that. So the judge is saying like, well, some of this has been in court and some of this has been private. You can't have it both ways. So now they're in the discovery phase, which is another thing you don't want to go through before arbitration. You don't have to go through the extensive phase of discovery, which is like where you
all the documents, all the text messages and emails and proof and exactly.
Not everybody just gives it all. You're going to fight over what you can and can't. And it's like, what is Leah going to be able to get from the network? What is the network going to be able to get from Leah or whoever's the law? I'm not sure specifically who she's suing.
You can only argue in court what has been
approved,
discovered between both parties.
Yes,
you cannot bring something else out. I can't bring something against you that I refuse to give your lawyer.
Yeah. Okay. Like they have motions where you have to exclude, like you're not supposed to bring stuff. You know, like when you're watching, you're true crime. But for you guys, when you're watching, I don't know, Law and Order or something, and they bring something like, well, he was convicted of this, and they're like, objection.
Right.
Like we need to talk to the judge.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
and they're like, jury,
disregard
that. I'm like, how are they disregarding?
They never do. That's a strategy.
They never do.
Like, I'm warning you. You better not do that again. Last thing, got a lot of legal stuff here. Todd and Kandi have settled their divorce 4 months after announcing their split, which to that I will say congratulations. I mean, I know they had a prenup. We saw that litigated on
that was a big
television.
That was big, Mama Burris wanted that in 2 seconds, and I get that. And you know what, thank God, because this is why things kind of happen, and it's important.
Glad
4 months seems quick. Good for them.
No, as it should. I mean, I'm sure he maybe tried to contest certain things, but it seems like she had a rock solid
Kandi is a business woman. I trust Kandi had her stuff. Kandi she is rich. She has actual stuff to lose. Like, she's rich. She knows what's up. I trust Kandi.
And a better state to get divorced in. Like, they were in. It's not a community property state. So it's like, thank goodness they were.
That's crazy to just think that like different states offer different things. You know, California.
The worst one. Yeah. The worst one. Not just half, but also alimony. Like other states don't necessarily have, most states actually don't have alimony like that. It's like child support. But
right. Wow.
Now, Kandi has said that there is one specific thing that led to their divorce, but she won't say what it is.
Which, kill me now.
Hopefully it'll just come out.
It has to, because like that's like the biggest nugget of information ever. Like, I've never wanted to know something more.
It's obviously betrayal. Now, in what sense? Could it be money?
Right.
Could it be another person? Could it be...
Because when you say that, my mind obviously goes to an affair, but that just doesn't seem to track with him.
It could be betrayal because they seem to be open in certain areas. Like they explore things sexually. That's why I say betrayal. It's almost like, let's just say this is not true. I don't know any of this, but let's just say they had an agreement in their marriage, and maybe there was an open marriage, and maybe part of that was like, you have to say who you're going to be with or whatever.
Right.
Think mom talk.
Right. You can have a don't ask, don't tell situation, and then you have to disclose everything, and that could have been like, we're going to trust each other.
Betrayal. Or could
have been a money thing.
I know people who are married or with famous people, and it's kind of like, hey, you do what you do, just don't embarrass me. Or it can't be particularly with this person. And then it's like, you did the one thing I asked you not to do. I don't know what it is. I'm like you. Of course, you naturally think of fair, but it could have been money. It could have been something with their children.
I mean, certainly
It
her
could have been-
success and her not being around, you could see there were some sort of cracks forming, which is really hard when you don't have your partner around for a while. Like,
Right.
it makes sense. It's sweet that Todd wants to be around Kandi and Kandi wants to be around Todd, but it could be something with that. Like,
could
there was
be,
no
yeah.
support in that aspect of it.
It also takes a lot for, like, we want to say gender roles don't exist. We, like, the patriarchy is still a real thing, no matter who you are, what.
Also, gender
There's
roles
no
do
way.
exist for some couples. Like,
For sure.
they do, you know?
But there's no way. I mean, it was a storyline on Real Housewives of Atlanta that Todd did not feel a certain way about the success of Kandi.
Exactly.
That was, the mom didn't like it. The women talked about it on the show. The prenup was a whole issue. He always lived in the shadow of Kandi. That is tough for somebody who has ambitious goals.
It is tough, but at the same time, it's like, you knew that. Like, you worked on the show.
I know, but you know what?
You knew her as Kandi, like, before
As a
Kandi even
person-
started.
As a person who's similarly situated but is not a Kandi by any means, I do not have Kandi's success. Sometimes that person thinks that your success will trickle down to them.
Yeah.
And they might know what you are, but together you'll get those things. And then when it doesn't
Rising
happen,
tide kind of
that's
things.
when resentment and jealousy come in because they assumed
Yeah.
that they would rise up.
I listen. Someone said one time, it's like men marry women hoping they don't change, and women marry men hoping they will.
Yeah.
And I was like, that could be that.
Yeah, very much so. Kandi, I hope you do talk about it. And if you, we can talk
too.
together because
I'm a fan,
I would love. And I think it's just, I just want to be more open about divorce and get
Me too.
away from the
it's
shame.
like
It's why
50% of
it's-
marriages.
Yes.
So let's just talk about it.
Yes.
And let's not have shame
Let's
around
talk about it. If you want to talk about it, let's do it here.
Yeah.
Let's do it here. That is it for today's news. Today's news of the week was brought to you by Too Good & Co. Coffee Creamers. Real goodness in every sip. You can find them at your local retailer in the creamer aisle. Okay, before we get out of here, I want to play a game with you.
Remember, I said I was a sore loser, Rachel. We talked about this.
This is all, I'm not going against you, so this is you
Okay.
against you. So you can
Even
only
worse.
be mad at you.
No.
You can only be mad
I
at
have
you.
no excuse. Great, I got to be mad
But
at
this
myself.
is right up your alley because
Okay.
it is combining your your love of true crime and your passion for Bravo.
Okay.
Pop culture, but Bravo particular for this game. So we're going to call it the Bravo Evidence Board. So I'm going to read you 3 clues, and then you have to guess the Bravo scandal.
Oh, okay. Hopefully I'll be able to do this.
I think you can do this.
Okay.
Okay, Evidence Board number 1. These are your 3 clues.
Okay.
A lightning bolt necklace.
Scandal.
See what I'm saying? Didn't even get to the other ones, which were a secret affair and a friend's boyfriend. Okay, love
got
it, love
that.
it.
Okay.
Evidence Board number 2. Federal agents, a Sprinter van escape.
Jen Shaw in Salt Lake City.
That's right.
Got you.
7 lawyers was the third one.
Yeah, I mean, when Lisa said 7 lawyers, like, does anyone have, like, unless you're like Jeff Bezos, do you have 7 lawyers? Like,
No.
Okay.
No. You
Do I need 7 lawyers? I'm always
No.
like, do I, not that I'm Lisa Barlow, but like,
Also, if you do have 7 lawyers, then maybe the stuff that Bronwyn was reading out in this past season is true.
Right. It's
If
like,
you have 7
now you
lawyers,
look shady.
there's a reason because we all have I have a lawyer, right? And maybe
Right.
I have an IP lawyer and I have a lawyer who does my contracts, but I don't have 7 lawyers. And they
Right.
might have a second one underneath them. So, I just thought
doesn't
about
look
this.
good.
Maybe
Yeah.
they should have flashback to Lisa saying that 7 lawyers. Maybe they did and I just missed it, but
I'm sure they
Lisa,
did.
you
If
might have told
yeah.
on yourself there. Okay, evidence board number 3. Diamond earrings, millions missing from clients, or what? Or what?
Diamond earrings. Oh, Erika Jane, obviously, and them trying to have her give back the
Yes.
$750,000 earrings.
Earrings, that's
I think
right.
that they
That's
would.
right. Did we
Yeah.
ever see those? I don't know. The Tom Girardi, of it
Yeah,
all.
that whole thing was really hard because Erika wasn't doing herself any favors. But part of me was like, when people would be like, do you think Erika knew how Tom spent his money? I said, no.
No.
A lot of women who aren't famous
No.
don't know how their men spend their money as a general like stereotype, right? Obviously it
Right.
happens in the reverse, but like,
Right. You have a joint account,
Right.
but you're not privy to every single thing. And even as I don't know
No.
if I would even want to be privy to all of that. But maybe now I'd be like,
ignorance is bliss in that way. So when they say that, I'm like, well, she didn't know. Like
I know.
But she wasn't doing herself any favors, obviously,
No.
that season. I'm not trying to make an excuse for that
Because
season.
didn't
but
she say at one point, she was like, I mean, I'm a lawyer. Like, because she said she was married to a lawyer, she understood law. Remember the earlier seasons?
I went on this podcast for an hour. I'm a lawyer now. I'm a litigator. I have the qualifications. Give me the yell set. I'm passing the bar. Give it to me now. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Otherwise, if that was the case, Kim Kardashian would already be a lawyer at this point.
That's true.
And she's going to be one of those lawyers who makes us call her doctor. Because technically you're a doctor, because you're a doctor of jurisprudence.
Oh, that's
technically I am Dr. Lindsay. But I can see Kim Kardashian like, call me doctor now.
I'm Dr.
I am
Kardashian.
a doctor of jurisprudence.
Yeah.
Okay, evidence board number 4. A forged signature, 4 daughters, prison sentence.
Yeah, Teresa Giudice, especially how you said it. Again, her too. I don't think Teresa did wittingly anything wrong. If my fiance said, hey, can you sign this? I'd ask what it is. But if she was like, it's for the gardener to be paid, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
like
you would trust them.
You trust your partner. Whether or not, naivete plays into it, I think is the better question. But like, I don't know. People trust their spouses, I think. I think you're supposed to trust your spouse. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Exactly.
It just ended very poorly, obviously.
It's still really crazy she went to
It's crazy that he can't come back in the United States ever.
Yeah, that part too. That's
what blows my mind. Not that she went to prison, that he can never come back here.
That's how desensitized we are with all of this.
I know. We're like,
this like really happened and rocked people. I mean, remember, Gia was like, I'm going to be an immigration attorney after all of this. Now, that is not, now she's become a reality TV star, but, there's still time.
It happens to the best of us.
There's still time. There's still time. Okay, last but not least, evidence board number 5. Offensta. Burn Book Energy, receipts,
proof. Monica Garcia.
Yep,
Monica Garcia in Bermuda, obviously, with Salt Lake City.
That's it. You aced it.
I can't believe I got
5 for 5. She gets 100. She has proven herself to be an expert in true crime and Bravo pop culture. She is Daryn Carp. Thank you so much for joining us here on
Thanks
Morally
for having
Corrupt.
me. Always a great talking to you.
You have to come back. This has been so much fun.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody where they can find you. Check out all the things that you are doing. DM you. Reach
at
out.
Carpe Daryn, CarpeDaryn. Just my name backwards in theory. My middle name's Elizabeth, so it really is my name backwards. You can see everything there. I do a true crime podcast called Shaken and Disturbed. You can get it anywhere you get your podcast. New episodes Thursdays and Sundays. We break down everything, and then check me on the Today Show once a month for What's Poppin' with Jenna and Chanel.
And check me on the Today Show. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
And in the Bravo world, of course. I'm always around.
You guys, that's it for us here on Morally Corrupt. Check us out Friday for our recap show. Until then, have a safe week. Bye, guys.